Greetings. My name is Jim Will, and today we'd like to talk about a concept that's really been totally a passion of mine for many, many years, and that is the power of self-talk. And by the way, that's the title of my book, The Power of Self-Talk. The subtitle is the managing and controlling the little voices inside of your head. And if you can see my logo right there, it's got two quotation marks, and that's been my logo for many, many years, and it represents the thoughts inside of our head. When I was studying my graduate work at University of Oklahoma, we used to kid each other, and we said it's okay to talk to yourself, but if you start to answer, then it was time to check in the keys. And after my graduate work there, I started studying high-performance people that are happy and successful in life. And I really didn't care what they were doing as long as it was legal and it was benefiting people. I studied and talked to them and found out that there was one common denominator, and that was that people who are achieving great things in life are managing and controlling their little voices inside their head. Now, let me mention right off the bat that I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a rah-rah. I am not going to tell you to think positive, have a positive mental attitude, and all your problems will dissipate. If you want a motivational speaker, yes, I can motivate your people. But what's important is, beyond motivating them, is to create a self-motivated individual. And that's where the power of self-talk comes in. I came up with this subtitle, the Managing and Controlling the Little Voices Inside of Your Head, from a group that I was speaking to, and it was at a hospital in Houston, and they asked me to speak to doctors and nurses on several occasions. And then after several visits there, I said, is it going to be doctors and nurses again? They said, no, Dr. Will, this time we have 35 schizophrenics that we want you to talk to. And I said, okay, fine. Let's visit with these beautiful people. And I started telling them how fast self-talk is, 10, 20 times as fast as we can verbalize out loud, and how negative it is. It's sometimes as high as 70 or 80, 90% negative, thinking about what we don't want. And as I'm describing self-talk to this group of folks, this one lady, she raised her hand. She said, Dr. Will, are you talking about those little voices I've been hearing in my head all these years? And I said, ma'am, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So we can think positive, have a positive mental attitude. We can go out and say, oh yes, I'm going to find a job this week, and oh yes, boss, I'm going to sell 10 new units this month. And we can say all the positive words, but what do the little voices back inside of our head say? And that's the booger bear, as Arnold Palmer would call it. And that's the thing that we've got to become conscious of and learn how to manage, control it, and learn that it's okay to talk to yourself. You cannot stop talking to yourself. And just in case somebody's sitting there watching this video right now saying, what is he talking about, talking to yourself? I don't talk to myself. I heard that crazy people talk to themselves. I sure am not crazy. That's what I'm talking about right there. So we all talk to ourselves all the time, and what I'm going to be sharing with you here in the next several sessions is how to become aware of it, how to manage it, how to control it, how to change it. By managing it, controlling it, changing it, becoming aware of it, then you automatically start to see changes in your life that you possibly never thought were possible. Until our next visit, this is Jim Will, wishing you the very best.